And, oh dear, it's time. I've been dreading this moment.
Rangers, you've now unlocked new modes that have never been seen before on this planet.
How? How did they unlock them, Gosei? They used RPM's weapons in a fight. That's it. Is it because RPM is from another dimension? Actually, that would be some kind of explanation. Instead, it's...
There's a simple explanation for that.
Yeah, new season, but still the same Gosei handing stuff out for no reason. But oh yes, modes never before seen on Earth.
Let's switch things up! Legendary Ranger mode!
Bring on the new powers!
These are the suits from Die Ranger, which was adapted into Mighty Morphin Season 2. Albeit, ironically, the full name is Gosei Sentai Die Ranger, no relation, of course. But yeah, aside from the White Ranger, these suits have never been seen in Power Rangers before. And while, admittedly, we still technically adapted that season, this is the first of the Sentai-only teams in this season. The appearance of these Sentai-only teams in a season celebrating the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers. This naturally upsets fans, primarily because, and say it with me now, they are not Power Rangers! And thus we return to our theme of this show, the bizarre form of laziness, because the only reason to include Sentai-only Rangers is because of sheer laziness. They didn't want to film new sequences, edit out Sentai-only teams, or find footage of Power Rangers teams that would fit in just fine. Except, of course, sometimes they do! There will be a multi-ranger morph where one of them morphs into one that was originally a Sentai-only ranger and edit out that single one, but other times, nope, it's okay. There is no consistency about it. In fact, they even give some of these teams names like Prism Rangers or Squadron or Dragon Rangers or some crap like that, assuming they even remember that because at one or 2 points, they actually change the names they give them. The only other possible reason for their inclusion, as I said during Wild Force, was that apparently, again, secondhand information, and I've heard rumors that actually it's not true, producer Jonathan Zacher is a fanboy of Sentai and didn't want them removed, which is an even worse explanation for their inclusion. But here's the most damning thing of all about this. I wouldn't even mind them using the Sentai footage like this if they actually did something with it. This is an opportunity here, a glorious opportunity that allows them to save money by not having to edit out the Sentai teams while also expanding the mythology. We know that there have been other Power Ranger teams before Mighty Morphin, and we know there are Alien Rangers and other dimensions with it. You have Sentai-only teams in this, ones that no Power Rangers fan has ever seen before. Well, do some world building! Give us a story behind these teams. Have a previously unknown Ranger meet our heroes and tell the story of a lost team of Power Rangers that nobody knows about. Have them say that, I don't know, their exploits were lost to history because of some great mind wipe or catastrophe. So ultimately their battle was useless and that made them bitter and not want anyone to be Rangers anymore. Or tell the same story to try to inspire the team, that even in spite of no one remembering them, it was still the right thing to do. Sure, the footage of an unused pre-Mighty Morphin season isn't gonna look as good in HD, but there are ways around that. You can make it an in-story explanation, like the aspect ratio is wrong because these are computer monitors that have borders all around the footage the whole time, or the recording equipment of the era was different, or you could put a haze around it like it's from a dream. Hell, tell us about the first Power Rangers. Give us an origin for the morphing grid. In fact, I don't even think the morphing grid is mentioned at all at any point in either season of Megaforce. How do you do that? Even RPM, the series that takes place in a completely separate universe, managed to fit in their own version of the morphing grid. How do you just forget the mythology of your own show in an anniversary season that's supposed to be celebrating that mythology? This is not difficult. If you just put in the slightest amount of effort to this, you can still do it on the cheap and produce something worth everyone's time. But no, as Gosei said,
there's a simple explanation for that.
And that simple explanation is new powers. That's all we get.